Hi there. I want to talk to you today about the most important day of the year for me, and it's only a few days away. One of the reasons it's so important is because you're a significant part of it, and one of the main reasons for it. On this day, this very special day I'm talking about, many years ago, something happened that changed my life forever. Now, it isn't my birthday, it isn't a holiday, it is something far more significant than either of those two things. As I explain what's so important about that day, I want to encourage you to think about the implications of what this day means to you. I want to encourage you to think about these questions while I tell you about it. Questions such as, what things did I get to experience today because I was alive today? What things did I miss because I took them for granted? With that, let me tell you what I'm celebrating. On September 26th, I am celebrating my 22nd ReBirthday. Huh? Yes, my ReBirthday. This September 26th is the 22nd anniversary of the day I was informed that I was in remission from cancer. And as part of the celebration, I look back upon all of the new things that have entered my life over the past year that I wouldn't have experienced had I died 22 years ago. One of the new things that has entered my life is you. So on September 26th, I'll be thinking about all of the wonderful things that have come into my life, including you. I'll be celebrating you on that day. I'm celebrating you because I wouldn't have you in my life if I died 22 years ago. There are so many other things that I'm celebrating as well, of course. Since my last rebirthday, I remarried. And when they say it's better the second time around, they were really understating it. Because this is the best relationship I've ever been in, and it keeps getting better. I got to see each of my boys accomplish new milestones in this past year. Boys that I wouldn't have had, mind you, if I wasn't still here. And as you know, all of my boys are on the autism spectrum, as am I, and my darling wife as well. I got to see and hear my 12-year-old sing a solo in the winter concert and the spring musical. I didn't even know he could sing. I get to see him transition from a special needs school to the middle school in his home district. And this is something he's worked really hard for and something he wants. He isn't being pushed by anyone to do this. He was given the choice and knew that whatever choice he made, it would be respected. He said he felt he was ready to move forward. What made this decision easier for him was the knowledge that he'd be supported step by step by those who are conspiring for his success. And that kind of certainty helps grow confidence and allows our children to take greater risks on their own behalf. I got to see my middle boy go from melting down at the suggestion of reading a book or writing anything for his homework to now reading enthusiastically for his own enjoyment and even reading his 5-year-old brother bedtime stories. He even likes writing his own stories by hand. And he has significant dysgraphia, which makes it difficult and painful for him to write. But he's so excited about writing, he does it anyway. I got to see my 5-year-old enter a mainstream kindergarten. I got to meet his new imaginary friend, Jimmy, who unfortunately causes a lot of mischief around the house. We're working on that. And I got to watch his joy as he tied his shoes for the first time all by himself. The first I got to experience today, I got to see the sunrise. I got to hear my 5-year-old say, "Good morning, Dad." I got to hug my other sons and kiss my wife good morning. In the past year, I completely transformed my business from working locally in an office to working nationwide from home. In fact, in between projects today, my wife and I went out to lunch where we sat outside and enjoyed the warm breeze. And there are so many things that have happened in the past year that I can't possibly share with you. And each and every one of them, as far as I'm concerned, is a miracle. because each one of them was experienced by me for the simple fact that I'm still here. On September 26th, I'll be celebrating the completion of my 22nd year cancer-free. As an 18-year-old, fresh from high school graduation, I was diagnosed with stage 3 testicular cancer. It was the worst experience of my life. From the loss of friends, the loss of hope, the loss of trust in others, I even lost faith and trust in my Creator. And I had the possibility of the loss of my life. And just when I thought there was nothing left to lose, on Monday, September 26, 1988, I was informed that I'd lost my cancer. I was in remission. That meant I had a future. I would have a life. And having lost so much, I decided to replace it all with what I wanted instead of settling for what I'd had. I made myself a promise that day that I would never allow myself to be that helpless again, and have decided and dedicated my life to learning every strategy I could that would allow me to be as effective as possible in this life. I also vowed to master those strategies so thoroughly that I could teach them to others. So I could teach them to my sons, and so that I could teach them to you. Every day when I wake up, I see my life through the lens of what I am experiencing, what I am creating, and what I am a part of that I wouldn't have had if I died. My sons, my wife, my accomplishments, my friends, and you. I'm celebrating you. My ReBirthday is about celebrating the things I wouldn't have experienced if I died all those years ago. So among all the things I'm grateful for, you are right at the top of the list. You're watching this because my life purpose is about using my life to be of service to those I have the privilege of serving. That, of course, includes you. Now I'd like to encourage you to think about these questions. What things will I appreciate tomorrow because I'm now more aware? What things do I appreciate now because I'm paying better attention? You see, I don't believe that my life is my property. I believe my life is my opportunity. My opportunity to bring energy to the world that is an improvement upon what is, instead of sucking energy out of the world by complaining about what the world isn't. So I want to thank you for allowing me to be of service to you. I want to thank you for being in my life and allowing me to be in yours. Most of all, I want to thank you for being you and for making your contribution to the world. Please feel free to leave a comment below and share your thoughts. And please share this lesson with others so we can all contribute to each other. Thank you again. I know I'm going to have a very happy ReBirthday this year. We'll talk again real soon.